you guys get to watch me struggle to get her on. This is my Ed and Holly, from the games Creatures 1 through 3. I think no, only 2 and 3. Cause it's hard to. No, I'm just saying a disclaimer. I know the jaw looks wonky as shit. She was my first attempt at a moving jaw, and then it went so downhill so fast. So, yeah, I am aware it looks weird. Anyway, hi! I have the biggest blind spot known to man! Nah, M's worse. But anyway, hi! I'm Scorpion's Fatality. I make fursuits. I've been doing it for 2 years now. 2 years. Are you proud of me, people? Anyway, my gosh, my glasses are getting smooshed. So, I wanted to address something. This Anthrocon is so close. I forget how many days. I think it's like, fuck, I don't remember how many days. Whatever. So, it's like 20 or something. So, how not to be a dick at Anthrocon? Yes, that's what I'm titling this. I don't care. Anyhow, number 1. Don't squeak. Don't squeak ever. I see people do it all the time. I gotta struggles. Ugh. So what people tend to do at Anthrocon is they'll get a squeaker. They'll take the squeaker toy, pop the little piece out, pop it in their mouth, squeak, 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 squeak. Shut up! I know. Okay, disclaimer. I was one of those people originally. Also, if you swallow a squeaker, that's a story. That's a story. That's why I stopped squeaking. I fucking swallowed one. Oh! My diaphragm calls last year. If you don't know what a diaphragm call is, look them up. They're usually used in hunting. Mine after Anthrocon, I put them in this little plastic box with little clips on the side, and it locked really nicely, and I was like, okay. So I get home from Anthrocon, I put the box in my drawer. I've never kept it in there, in that box. Like a week later, my dumbass opened it. There was black mold everywhere. So I had to throw out like $10 of diaphragm gum. Oh, it was so upsetting. I was like, no. And then, so, for Techo, which I have a giant story about, which is already a video, watch it. I had a squeaker, and I was wearing Sammy with my Dutchy bodysuit, because I was like, I want to test it out. I know squeakers don't have wings. Shh. I swallowed a squeaker. I didn't have a diaphragm call. I don't like using my voice because I can't really get the proper noises for my characters. And it just, oh my god. The thing is, like, the squeaker doesn't just stop in your throat like people make it sound. No, it goes down. It's just terrifying. Holy shit. Anyway, back to Anthrocon. So please be responsible with your squeaker, because I will personally just watch you if you swallow it. If you start panicking though, just get water and just chug. Don't actually chug it. You will get sick. Last thing we need is fursuiters throwing up. Don't do that. Number 2, and how not to be a dick. Oh yeah, and I have like a really bad thing with some of my suits. My cheeks are padded heavily. Thankfully, she's not. But it muffles the noise. So when I hear loud noises in suit, it is a million times worse. Don't be that guy. Don't be stupid, please. Please, for me. How not to be a dick number 2. This is me being salty about last Anthrocon. So I was wearing my 4th suit that I ever made. He was getting retired straight after the con, which I regret even taking him. Oh, I died. So he was a suit where he had 0 ventilation. His ventilation was this. You were breathing. His mouth was barely lined up with mine, and like with Holly, her mouth, my mouth, we're good. And that's another reason why her jaw is wonky, because I had to, it was separated from the head, and I just had to sew it on, and I sewed like, yeah, so it hangs off one side so I can actually breathe. So I don't do moving jaws. I can't do it. So I was suffocating. I was staying in the West End, and I was wearing a full partial. I had my head, I had arm sleeve. I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, keep in mind, like this. And it was this fabric. It wasn't like spandexy fabric. I had arm sleeves that went up to here. Oh yeah, and did I mention they had no elastic and they were just tighter? And every time I took them on and off, my arms got bruised. That's technically why in my videos you'll see me wearing normal paws, because I was like, I need real paws! I had these massive feet paws that weighed a ton because they were unshaved as well. Which I'm taking them this year. RIP feet. I had a little harness with wings on it, and then I had a 7-foot tail. And me and my 2 friends, we got to the West End, and keep in mind, I'm overheating. I'm about to pass. I'm about to throw up inside of my fursuit head. His vision was tunnel vision. His ventilation is non-existent, and there's about this much padding on each ear. So keep in mind, I could barely hear anything as well. And so I pop my head, and I'm just like, fuck, I need to get up to our room. And so I'm like, could I please go up? I'm overheating. I'm having a heat stroke. I'm heat exhausted. Just please. And the staff were like, oh, we can't let you up. If you put the head on, it'd be more realistic. What the fuck do you mean? My fuck. I was like, the thing was, I was already dying. You could see me. I was pouring sweat. My face was red. I was hyperventilating, and I was like about to throw up. I was so on the verge of just vomiting in my head. I was just like, if I put my head on for another second, I'm gonna puke in it. And keep in mind that my old heads, their ventilation is just not there. Before I refurbished my first head, her jaw was like this. Her jaw was actually, there was no opening. In all my old videos, you might think that there is. Nope, there's none. That's why I refurbished her, so she has a new chicken nugget now. She's my beautiful marshmallow. Even though she's still hard to wear, I don't know why. So, like, what the fuck? So I wait in line, and it's a long-ass line, and we wait for a long-ass time. And then we finally get in the elevator. I'm trying so hard to, like, hold myself together. I think I had water in my bag or something, but I was just like, I was dying. Thanks, Weston staff. Thanks for letting me almost die. I feel like it needs to be a priority in hotels to let anyone in a fursuit go. Especially if we are going to pass out and we say, hey, I'm having a heat stroke. Let me up. I don't care if our head's off. Because if I put my head back on that day, I would have fucking gone down. I would have gone down. And then it would have fucking... Number 3 on how not to be a dick. Don't grab fursuit tails. Holy fuck! I'm gonna be really mean for a minute. I'm gonna take the head off just to get my point across. Oh jeez. If you grab a fursuit tail, fuck you. Get out of the convention center and leave. Just go home. Bye. Holy fuck. Last year, my convention was so ruined by people just constantly grabbing my tail. Oh my god, it's a 7-foot tail! Let me just grab it! Somebody ripped the belt clean off. With my long dragging floor dragger tails, except my one that I'm taking this year, that I actually have a belt loop on, though. I sew scarves to them. Here's the base of the tail. Here's the base of the tail, and then I make a little patch where I put the scarf, and I made a fleece scarf, and then I just tie it, and then I put everything over top of it. That was like 2 months of work, and the thing is, I had hand sewn everything. That's all I ever do. I just hand sew. I had hand sewn everything, and I had double stitched the entire tail. The tail was made of, I think, like 2 or 3 giant parts. I double stitched all of it. I double stitched down, and then I double stitched that around that piece that the two were connected. And then I only single stitched the base after I stuffed it, that base piece. And then I think I double stitched the belt. Somebody ripped the belt half clean off. Yeah. My friend thankfully patched it up. But like, don't touch us! I don't care. I think the best part was I was in the dealer's den. My friend was talking to Deadpool. I know it sounds even funnier saying it out loud. And I was in suit. I don't remember if I had my head on or off. I cannot remember to save my life. But we were just standing around in this little open area. And the suitor comes up to me and starts trying to grab my tail. And they actually did, and they were trying to pull it, and I'm like, please stop. And that's the thing. I love floor draggers. I love wearing them. At the convention, last year was so ruined for me. I had bought a harness, I believe it was from Sky Pro, or her husband, Eno's husband, Saros, Warhorse Workshop, I think it was called. Excuse me. And, my friend bought a leash, and we actually clipped the leash to the back, put the tail through, wrapped it in, and then just all these maneuvers and junk. I had to wear my tail like a purse, and my shoulder was black after the convention. My shoulder was black and blue, thanks to people who kept trying to grab my tail. Now, I'm fine with having to carry my tail around a little bit, but like having to carry it on my shoulder like a purse, that's work. And the thing is, my tail, it didn't go down to a point. It was this long, fluffy, big monstrosity tail. It's unstuffed now because I'm very low on stuffing and I needed that stuffing for another tail. Also, it makes storage so much nicer. I was so fucking angry because I was just like, don't touch fursuiters. I think I'm on rule number 4 or 5, I don't remember. Don't boop the suits! Holy shit, I cannot stress this enough. Ugh. So, she's kind of a newer head. She was made like last October or something. Something around that. Actually, no, I think she was made earlier and I just finished her last October. This is my creature phase. So as you can see, her snoot goes squish squish. Well, with my older heads, I used to cake the glue. And so the thing is, it felt like you were squishing glass, broken glass, and it was just pain. So I was getting suited up. I was waiting for my friends outside the hotel because I was like, yeah. And some suitor booped me really hard. They hit me. And the thing is, here's my face. Here's my suit muzzle. Here's how close it was. Whenever they did that, since it was mostly glue, there was nothing hollowed out. I actually almost had a broken gloves. Gloves, that's a word. Glasses and nose because of how hard they smushed my face. I'm not going to say how I used to make my older heads because it's a secret. But I could feel it. I felt it so hard. And I wanted to cry. And I start walking away. Bam, 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 bam! It's not funny. It's not funny to fucking touch a fursuiter. It's not funny to go, oh, look at the cute suit. Oh, let me take the eyes out and just break them. Oh, wait, that's what Jillian did. Fucking bitch. Yeah, let's take the eyes and smash them. Let's crush them. Yeah, that's another video I made. Yeah, that bitch wanted to fucking do that because you have the 3D print. Bitch, you couldn't even sew your slutty costume. You fuck. Anyway, I digress. Don't touch fursuit. Don't touch us. Don't come up and glomp. I've never had that. I've never seen that happen, but I don't want it to happen. I've heard it. Don't do that. There's a okay, I'm gonna be really, 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 really pushy. I don't care if you love fursuits. I don't care how old you are. I don't care anything. There's a person inside of these. These are either foam or latex. Latex. I'm dumb. Resin. Jeez. And there's a person in here. There's always going to be people in here. I don't care if people think that you're breaking the magic. That's me. Well, if I'm in a crowd or if I'm going outside, the head comes off no matter what. I don't care. It's just very unsafe. Unless I had a guide, then I'd probably be like, oh, whatever, I could just stay in the suit. And it'd be all exciting, which I might actually have to do. For one of my suits, just because it's so hard to get her on and off. But don't touch us. Please. If you see somebody's tail and it's like about to rip or you think it's going to get dirty or something, tap the suitor on the shoulder. Make your presence. Get in front of the suitor and be like, hey, your tail. You might want to pick it up or blah, blah, blah. Don't just grab us, please. With Holly, she has this lovely ponytail. And if somebody tried to grab this and to be funny, well, the thing is, how it's sewn, it's a weight thing. It is sewn lopsided to balance the weight of it, because this thing is basically like a mini tail. It's just extremely tiny. So if you tried to pull on this and you ripped it off, good Lord, you'd fuck me up. The thing is, I've seen suitors with, like, I know Rika has a little ponytail thing, and if you tried pulling that, also some suitors with my beautiful Holly, what I was testing out with her, this is shorter pile fur, and this is long fluffy shag fur. What I was testing was, since she has such an exact, neighbors are being loud as shit. Since she has such an exact hairstyle, and I can just mess around with it. Because if you look at a normal ponytail, like on a girl, you can see her hair is kind of pulled back, and then the ponytail is just doing its own thing. But the thing is, if you ripped this ponytail off, even though it's the hair and then the ponytail is separate, you actually risk ripping seams and opening the fur and then exposing foam. With fursuits, my fursuits, specifically like my older work, whenever I leave it alone and then I finally go, okay, let me finish it and use a few new methods. These don't have glue on them. My heads don't have glue. The reason for that is a long, long story that involves my second head and mold. Which I'll do another video on later. But my lovely Holly, if you try to rip this off, or you think, oh, it's fun, let me squish it, you risk ripping this. This fur isn't cheap. I go to Joann's, it's not cheap. There's nothing cheap about Joann fabrics. Like, holy shit. This is the only thick fur I've ever found there in my life, which is depressing because they have, like, pretty colors. So, also this fur costs you an arm and a leg because Joann's like, oh, it's shag, or it's long. Oh, we can charge you like $60 a yard. I'm not even kidding. The fur on Trico's neck, that was $60 a yard. I got like a $5 off coupon. It was still ridiculous. Like, thanks, Joann. So, yeah, if you break a fursuit, you pay for it. You will pay every penny. And the thing is, sometimes whenever people make their own suit, there is no price that can be set if you break something. So, be respectful. Honestly, this video goes for any convention. Whether it's an anime or a furry convention, I don't care. Also, I want to make an announcement. I am never in my life going to another anime convention again. I just had such a bad experience with Techo. As much as I love that convention center, because that's where Anthrocon is held, and I absolutely love that convention center. It's roomy, it's big, it's great. I just can't do it. I can't deal with it because there's nothing that interests me there. I am not into anime as much as I used to be. My last anime I really got into was Berserk. I cannot remember that other one. It had Ken in it. Fuck. But, like, I just can't do it because I just cannot handle it. Again, I can't handle toxic people. I can't handle the boring panels. I can't handle being guilt-tripped and dragged into porn panels when I'm not comfortable. I'm not okay at anime cons. And honestly, for Steel City Con, it's gonna be in August. Possibly I might be going. But it's iffy now. So yeah. Thank you to everyone who watches my videos. Thank you very much. I think it's $2.94 now. I apologize that this video has shit lighting. I wanted to get at least a little bit of area. I was gonna get into full suit, but then I'm like, it is too hot for that shit. Anthrocon next month, you will be seeing me in Emmylou version 2. The Circle Head, I plan on doing a close-up video on all the features. And, yeah. I have a few videos planned out for this month, and then next month I am not filming jack shit until Anthrocon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I know I sounded like an ass in this video, but it really needed to be addressed. Also, for squeakers, you can squeak, just don't be obnoxious. Squeak like every other day. If you have one in your hamper, don't do this. If you have one in your, don't put squeakers in your mouth, please. That's why people stop selling them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Also, I don't mind tail squeaking. I don't mind the booping. I don't mind squeakers in nose. You're probably gonna get really annoyed very fast because it might break your nose. But yeah, bye!